We're gonna give y'all time to come in the room. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. I got my grandbaby. Get that. Hey, oh, there it is.
It's commercial on that.
Here.
Stop touching.
Oh man. Grab everything. What are you doing, little girl? You got the last thing. Her parents left. They'll be back in 15 minutes so I can get on the live stream. Where are you going? Supposed to help me out, baby.
Now you know. You know.
She's supposed to be helping me out. She's busy pulling everything. Yeah, you are. Everyone, please. Everyone, please. I gotta pull it up. Pull it up.
No. Where am I supposed to pull it up from before I feel stupid?
What I sent you.
Yeah, but I mean, where am I supposed to pull it up just from? That's on my phone.
Pull up on your iPad. On your, oh, no, it's on your phone.
It's on my phone.
Don't stop, little girl.
You need to say why she keep grabbing because she's Penelope.
Hold on, I gotta share the live stream. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button. Appreciate it. That's nice. Oh, snap. Hey, see what you did the last thing? Like I said last. Up here. Good luck.
I can share it. Hold on a second.
I ain't been on here in a minute. I've been on videos vlogging. And we got some talk about. Never like that. Give me a thing. Oh, shit. All right, here you go. All right, let me share it right here, and then we're gonna get on. Alright, I sent it. Alright, you gonna have to keep still so I can talk, lady. bouncing all over the place. How people take their babies to work? What? Look at
Hey,
everybody
Lonnie.
trying to share the live stream. Hey, make sure everybody share the live stream. Get some people up in here. Somebody might be going through this. What we do? All right, y'all. Let me turn this off. It's gonna come back on me before I get to it because this little lady pushing stuff. All right. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? What's up, Leilani? Everybody that's coming in slowly. That's why I didn't want to start talking before we go live because then you gotta repeat, and I don't want to have to repeat. They be like, "What you talking about?" Anyway, I'm gonna come on the panel once they pick up Penelope from down here. So anyway, if you want to get on the panel, because you might got some feedback on this one. Hold up. Baby. We're not doing that.
Oh, you were talking.
I know, but I know what you're doing.
I was trying to figure out how to do this thing on Facebook.
I can
What you
do
got
it.
on?
I got it. All right, so I'm gonna read it.
Maury.
I'm gonna read it, and then you can we're gonna talk about it.
Okay.
So the topic is he wants me but not my children. He wants me but not my children. Really? How that work? How does that work? He want me but not the children.
I have no idea
All
how
right.
that works.
The problem is my current husband, he says I had 5 children and 5 grandchildren that week. My current husband is not the father of my children. I married this man when my children were young, so he been in their lives for a very long time. Okay. My youngest son just graduated out of high school and will be going to college. So now my husband thinks that we are done raising children from now on. From now on, it be just the 2 of us. He said that we don't have to worry about the kids anymore because they are all grown and have their own lives. So I'm not supposed to wait a minute, y'all. She bouncing around. I'm not supposed to be involved in with my children since they are no longer living at my home. My children range from 32 down to 18 years old, and all 5 of them live in different states. I want to see them and my grandkids as often as I can. In fact, I like to move closer to them. My husband does not want anything to do with them. He doesn't want to visit them. He doesn't want them to visit us. He said that they don't need to come for the holidays. What the hell? They're adults. I'm supposed to forget they exist? I understand these are our golden years and we should be enjoying our quality time together and traveling the world, but our travel should also include trips to see my children. He is really serious. I may have to spend my golden years alone. So, what y'all think about that?
I'm getting a divorce. That's
So,
that's the beginning and the end. There's no discussion. And what I don't like about posts like this is that it doesn't give you enough context. If she's been with that man for that long, and now all of a sudden he doesn't like the kids, he didn't like the kids then. She chose him over kids when they were young. And now she thinks that because they're grown, he's gonna be to change his mind. No, I'm done. I ain't got nothing to say to you. Goodbye. If I'm old, I can find somebody else old want to be with me. Goodbye. I'm not. There's no discussion. I'm not talking to you. You can't tell me you don't want to. I don't want. The kids can't come visit us and we can't visit the kids. The kids can't come visit you. I'm going to see my kids, my babies. I'm not stuck here. Uh, yeah, he all right. I'm not going. It's not gonna be no argument. If it's after you get to a certain age and a certain point in your life where you're not about to argue and have discussions. I am sure. I'm sure that this has happened before. I'm sure that he's not been in the kids' lives the way she wanted him to be, but he was, and for whatever reason, she decided to stay with him. Because when your kids turn 18, if he's been with the kids when they're young, see, there's a lot missing out of this story. How young were the children when they got together? Because if the oldest is 32 and the youngest is 18, that means there's a 14-year difference in between the youngest and the oldest. Were you with the same man for all five of these kids? Do these kids have different daddies? If you were with them when they were young, how young were they? Because there's a 14-year gap between your oldest and your youngest. It's too much out of this story, not enough in this story. But the gist of it is, if you were the daddy of these kids and you were to tell me I don't want to have nothing to do with the kids after they get out of the house, then I'm going to leave you. I may not divorce you, but I'm gonna leave you sitting in the house by yourself. I'm not gonna argue with you about nothing I had. I'm not gonna do it. At the end of the day, it's for me. I can't speak for nobody else. For me, you tell me right now, we Nick can't come over. Nick got to get out. Nick can't. We not gonna go visit him. He can't come visit us, and I can't see my good. Ooh. Mm.
Yeah, that's a little crazy because it's like, how you going to tell me? Well, how he gonna tell her she can't visit her
His
kid?
cock said red sheet, not red flag. I mean, this has to be something that has been building up during this relationship. This not wanting to be the daddy to these kids didn't just come along when this child turned 18. Like I said, if your oldest is 32 and your youngest is 18, that means there's a 14-year difference. Were you with the same man? Was the 18-year-old a oops baby? How old are these people? They could conceivably be old as you and me, 50 in their mid 50s. They could conceivably be our age because upstairs right now we have 18, what, a 30-year old and a 36-year old, 30. I don't know. We got a lot of kids. So conceivably, this not no golden years. She could have a child. They could be our age. So did she get with him when she first had the 18-year-old? Did he come in being stepdaddy or was he her husband? Now y'all gotta understand, a lot of people get in relationships and the parents, they don't be step parents. It be my husband, my wife, and my husband and my wife kids. Not everybody who become a step parent, not everybody who gets married takes on the role of parent. I'm sad to say that. And it's a lot of people who will stay in a relationship with somebody who does not have a good relationship with their kids. They will separate them. They will take care of their kids, and this is the husband or the wife. I don't know how they do it because I firmly believe that that is a form of abuse. When you have somebody in the house that does not want or desire your children, they're going to act like they don't want or desire your children, and your children are going to feel that. So at the end of the day, if you look at the end of the day, if you got enough sense to write this request for opinions, you got enough sense to know that you can find you another man. say something? Can y'all hear us?
No,
No. You can't hear us? Oh, you
I
can't
can
hear
hear
her.
you. I can't hear DC.
Okay, okay. She doing it. She changing it now. Okay. But but yeah, no. I mean, we would need to know whether or not, case in point, the lovely example sitting in the background. Kids are a job. Kids are a job, grandkids are a job. And if you become a parent or a step parent or a step grandparent, it's you gotta it how you gonna be with somebody. And just because the kids are grown, I don't understand that. Now I can't even imagine that. I can't even fathom it. I can't fix it to be right. I don't know. So he had to find somewhere to be. Or he or he go to work and when he came home, my shit would be gone. I'm not about to argue with nobody. She said she wanted to move closer to her kids. That's just what I do. I'll take time, find me a little 1 bedroom apartment where I can be around my kids and do what I need to do. And he can do what he got to do. I'm not about to argue. I ain't about to go back and forth. What about you, Leilani? You ever dated somebody? Have you ever went into a relationship or dated somebody who didn't want to be around your kids or who didn't want to have anything to do with your kids?
No, because the first thing I'm gonna tell somebody is I have kids. If they say I don't like kids, I don't want kids, I don't never want to be around kids. Okay, well it was nice meeting you because I have kids. I'm a package,
All right,
and that's until they die. Not even till I die. Till they die. Those my kids.
right.
So I don't care if they are 95 and 93. They still mine. And I'm going to interact with my children. So bye. No, that's
I
not
mean,
working
it's not even. I don't even know why you ask it. See, that's what I don't understand. Here's my problem. Here's my problem with it. You're asking this question. It shouldn't be a question to ask. You know what I'm saying? It should be a question to ask. That's just like when we were on TikTok or whatever, and they were asking mothers, not fathers. They were asking mothers, "Would you kill for your kids?" I didn't hesitate. Yes, and
Yep,
and you and
yep,
them and them folks over there,
sure would.
scorched earth. Sure would. And sit up there and watch TV after I got done. Go turn on my favorite show. I'll probably call you. You know I killed somebody. There's no question. So I don't understand. The fact that she asked that question means that she's acquiesced in this relationship during the time that these kids were young.
Had to be because there's no way this is a sudden shocking piece of information.
Right. Right. That's my
No
thing. When I
possible
heard
way.
this, I'm like, why would he get with a woman with 5 kids in the first place? That's what I don't get. That's what I never get. Why do women and men get with people that have kids if they don't want kids? I was without a child for the first 37 years of my life. So in the dating pool, when I would tell people I didn't have kids when I was in my late 20s and early 30s, they thought I was lying. First question somebody would ask me is how many kids I got. I'm like, none. You lying. Well, goodbye. Because as soon as they told me I was lying, I hung up on them. Because that means they got a problem. It's not that I was lying. Because the biggest lie that people tell is they don't lie. So, not that I was lying. You don't give shit about you calling me a liar. You're nothing to me. I don't have to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know
Hmm.
why strangers think that you have to lie to them. The only strangers that people lie to all the time is the police.
Right.
What the hell am I lie to a stranger? You ain't nobody. That being said, it wasn't about calling me a lie. It was because I know I was gonna have problems with you because you that kind of dude. Because at the time I was dating guys.
Right. If you
So
think a basic answer is a lie, you think everything is a
yeah,
lie. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I ain't about to keep talking to you because I'm gonna have to keep explaining myself, and I hate explaining myself. I really, really hate explaining myself. I don't like explaining myself. I don't like telling nobody what I'm about to do. I think that's why I was single for so long. I don't like having to sit up there and tell nobody what I got to do when I was younger. But I also think it has to do with the person you're with because I wasn't with somebody who had me settled in a way that I didn't mind going. Well, I'm about to go here because with DC, where you going? I'm going to the store. I'm going to Walmart. She asked me where I'm going out. It doesn't dawn on me not to tell her. You know what I'm saying? So it's probably I just wasn't with the right person. But still, I don't
Yeah,
like.
I think I don't have a problem telling where I'm going. I would have a problem asking permission. Can I go? I
Yeah,
ain't asked permission for shit.
and I'm not about to explain shit. Why you gotta go there? Cause the fucking car drive that direction.
I'm not asking permission, but I will let you know where I'm going.
Well, do you? I dated somebody for a second that was like, well, you don't need no friends other than me. Bitch, that sounds really stalkery. So I'm about to leave your little short ass over here where you at. Cause I feel like I'm gonna have to shoot you at some point with a spear gun. So you gonna stay where you at. But no, this was something that she let go on. This right here was something she let go on. This was something that she was okay with him not participating, not going to school functions, not showing up for sports and stuff like this. She made excuses. Maybe he was the breadwinner. Maybe he brought in a lot of money. Maybe he was the cool dude and he didn't dislike the children. He just didn't want to be their daddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not casting any dispersions on the man because the reality is that you don't have to like kids. It doesn't make you a bad person to not want to be somebody's daddy, especially if you ain't their dad.
He might have been that dude that stayed in the men in the what they call it the man den or whatever.
Yeah.
He
Or
just
because
didn't.
now
He
you can,
avoided him. He just didn't deal with him and
yeah,
went on about his business.
but see but see people, when people always talk about old school relationships, they don't realize how many men did that back in the day.
Hmm.
They don't realize how many of our mothers and our grandmothers were single parents essentially because they dealt with everything as far as raising and bringing up the child.
Yeah.
They were the ones that took them everywhere. They were the ones that with them. They were the ones that put them to bed, got them together in the morning, fixed their lunch, put band-aids on their boo-boos, went to their school productions, went to their sports stuff. Daddy provided the money, yay. Every now and again, when he wanted his friends to think he was a good dad, he would throw a ball. But for the most part, that was what happened anyway.
Hmm.
So when people get to talking about they want past relationship, they want good old fashioned values. You want to go back to a woman being subjugated and a single parent, a married single parent. So
Yep.
that's what you want to go back to.
Yep.
No, no. If I got to be a single parent, I'm gonna be single so I can do single folk stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm single. I'm ready to mingle because I got kids. I should be able to mingle, especially now all her kids grown. Her
There we go.
son, her youngest son in college, and all the rest of her kids grown with kids. Oh, it's time to be single now. I'm about to get my. I'm about to be Stella. Yeah, I'm about to be Stella. I'm about to put my box braids in my hair, go down to Jamaica, and get me somebody named St. John and try to make me another baby. Y'all think I'm joking? Look here. After a certain age, when you're in your 20s, your teens, everything is life is just in your 20s. You think you know everything, and you think you can do everything because you're young and you can and you should. When you get to your 30s, you realize that shit you got to grow up and bills is kicking your ass and mortgages and car payments and rents and if you got kids, sports and after school activities and breakfast in the morning is kicking your ass. When you get to a certain age where you done raised your kids and now you just got to be grandmama and granddaddy, I'm not about to argue with my wife or my husband about my kids. These my kids. They're gonna always be my kids. And if I want to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and get on the road and go see my child cross country, that's what I'm gonna do. And I will leave your ass here looking at the ceiling. I'm not about to argue with you. And as soon as you tell me, soon as you tell me I don't want to have nothing to do with your kids. Hear what she said. Your kids, her kids, your kids. And that's it. And that's what she meant. That's what he meant. Your kids.
That's when you say, okay, well, it's been real nice knowing you.
I appreciate you. I thank you for the time that we have spent together. I love you. Well, now you go. Goodbye. I think that's all I got. I don't know what else I got.
Go on and be free.
Free,
Free
free, blah,
alone.
blah, blah. Because I think that if you got a disillusion of a relationship, if over time the relationship eroded and y'all are leaving and parting on, you know what, this is not serving either one of us, and y'all party like that, you'll be sad, but you'll be all right. I think if somebody comes out their mouth and tell me some craziness like that our kids can't come, my kids can't come to my house, I can't go to their house, we don't need to deal with the kids no more. I feel like that's just immediately. I'm just like, oh, you're a stranger. Stranger danger.
Billy Boo.
I'll be like, sir, there's no necessity for you to be in this house.
Let me tell you, I have a situation that actually happened.
Okay.
It wasn't me though. It was Papa.
Oh,
When me and the girls first moved here,
uh,
Papa's girlfriend was living with him.
uh,
Me and the girls, this was like within the first week, 2 weeks that we were here. Okay,
uh,
so we would stop by, maybe not daily, but a couple times a week or whatever, and just talk to Papa. Hey, Papa,
uh,
and then leave. So this was Sunday, and we had just come from church, and we stopped by after church just to chit chat with Papa before we went to go, eat dinner.
okay.
Now, Papa's girlfriend didn't get up until afternoon. She was a late sleeper. She liked sleeping late. Now,
Okay.
Papa, had always my whole life. Papa woke up at 4, 5 a.m.
Okay.
So I knew Papa was gonna be up. He didn't get up that early anymore, since she was staying with him.
Uh,
But still by, at that time by 10, Papa was up and,
move
and
up.
wandering
Yeah.
around. Now he's now, 94, and now he go ahead and he get up about noon. Unless one of his nurses or somebody's coming, and he get up about 11, 10 or 11.
Right.
But on his
He
off days,
earned.
he gonna lay there and chill until noon. But he still got up about 6 o'clock in the morning. He still did that,
Right.
but he lay there.
Right.
So after church, we come in. Now, mind you, we don't ring no doorbells or nothing. So ain't no noise to wake nobody up or nothing, because I got a key. I
Right.
ain't never knocked on Papa's door or rang a doorbell. That's my house.
Right.
Always has been.
Right.
I've had a key as long as I can remember, since first grade. I had a key. Still got it. Okay.
Same
So
key.
we go in, Papa's sitting in the living room. We come
That's
in.
an old ass key, by the way. My bad. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
it is. Uh-huh.
Okay. Go ahead.
We sitting there, we chit-chatting, and
That
she
key opened
eventually
Jesus' house. Go ahead. I'm
she
sorry.
eventually wakes up, and she's on her cell phone. She comes out the room, she goes in the bathroom, does her piddling week, ain't nobody bothered her. Okay.
Uh,
She comes up to the front. She goes in the kitchen. She fixes her some coffee. She's still on the phone. She wanders from the kitchen and she walks, through the living room past us. And she goes downstairs into the end. She's, to the den. She's on the phone still. She
Okay.
comes back up. She go back in the room. You know, none of us ever said anything to her. We chit chatting with Papa and we're like, okay, you know, we're finna go. We're gonna go eat Papa. We'll see you later.
Okay.
So we get up and we leave. Less than an hour later, my cell phone rings and my aunt informs me she just moved out.
Okay.
She moved out for what? And she apparently told Papa she couldn't deal with us coming by so often. It
Okay.
was it was it was interfering with her relaxing and her being comfortable or whatever. And Papa said, "Well, you can go on home then, I guess, because that's my family, and they can come in here whenever they want to come in here and visit me, because that's my family."
Right.
And so she moved on back home. She's been there ever since. But
Wow.
the funny thing is, the longer we were here, her family started copying our family because she never had a birthday in her life until we got here and we threw her 80th birthday party. That was her first party ever. And then we went out to eat every Sunday. The whole family got together and we went out to eat on Sundays. We got together on holidays. They had never done any of that. Now they're doing it, but they're doing it and excluding us. They try to exclude Papa, but Papa coming. She don't care what they say. Papa's coming, but they won't let the rest of us come. So we don't get to have holidays with Papa because Papa's over there with her. So we do it the day before, the day after with Papa.
Whoa.
But it's like they were like, oh, they get together a lot. So now they go out to eat every Sunday. They get together on all the holidays. They never did that. They started copying us.
Mm.
This is a white family, mind you. This is not.
Papa got the swirl. That's
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
My bad. I'm
You know,
sorry.
So we had that situation, and Papa said, "Go on home, go on back home."
No. Goodbye. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
all right,
I,
so let me piggyback off the story because I had Penelope, so I couldn't tell the story because I was put in a
Turn
situation.
yourself up a little, DC.
Hold on. And now, am I loud?
You still the same.
Am I loud now?
Okay.
All right. So I had a story similar to the lady with the bunch of kids, but I only had one. And when you get in relationships, when you start seeing signs that the other individual that you're dating or you thinking about dating or you just seeing where it goes, if you notice how they treat your child or they how you call it, want to do things without you, without the kid all the time. Like, when the kid's young, you want to do stuff as a family, because like when Lisa came in my life, first thing we did was what?
we went to we were talking about last night. Did we go to the Cox Farm?
Yeah, we did stuff,
Went to the pumpkin. We always did stuff. I mean, we went on dates, but we would go take Nick wherever.
right.
We have to make him go because he was at that teenage time when he didn't want to be with us.
No, I'm
He
talking
was,
about I'm talking about when he was 8 years old, babe.
oh no.
We not talking present. We talking,
No, I'm talking about. I was thinking about like 13, 14. I wasn't thinking like that.
what's up, Scooby? What's up, Rico? And Miss Cox and Leilani. No, but I remember like when Brittany was like 10. I
Okay, turn
remember.
yourself up because you're talking softer and it got real quiet.
Okay, my bad. I remember when Brittany was like 10. She was like 10 years old. And I didn't pay attention to it at first, but then I noticed the individual, she just wanted to, hang out in the clubs and do stuff. And I'd be like, the weekend coming, we should do stuff with the kids. And she's like, nah, we should go here. But then, I caught on later. I caught on later. So I recognized it when the next girlfriend that, and this individual, the first girlfriend that I'm talking about had kids. So she wasn't doing stuff with her own kids. And I was used to doing stuff with Brittany on the weekends. They go to school. You want to do stuff with your kids, even though you might go out clubbing. Make one of them days for the kids, like Saturday. If you got a hangover, you just gotta make do, and then Sunday you can relax. But I noticed they wasn't really doing stuff with their kids, and it was all about us just hanging out in the clubs and stuff like that. But then I dealt with an individual that didn't have kids. That forced me to move, because she just didn't want to do nothing. It was all about us taking trips, going on cruises, which was nice and fine, but I felt like my child want to do stuff too. So when I realized they came out their mouth like after like 3 years went past, something like that, they said something like, I really don't like kids. When I was at work, baby, did you do something? Because it blinked out. Did you still there?
Oh, I ain't doing nothing. I'm right here.
Okay. Your picture went away. So what's up, Nelly? So once they told me they didn't want to deal with kids no more, I took it upon myself. I was at work when they said that. And when they said that, the first thing I did was went hunting to move, which I did the next following month when, I had to get it all together and move in. Well, it probably been in the middle month. I told them I was moving. I couldn't do it because when people present themselves, they come as their representative first, you know, and then they come out, who they truly self. How you say it? Help me, baby. You just sit there with you.
Yeah,
But yeah, they real self
you
came
said
out.
it.
They real self came out, and when they said that they only like kids, that's when I was like, I was over it. So this guy,
What she thought? But here, I got a question. What she thought you? I mean, did you ask her what she thought the outcome of that statement was going to be? Have you ever asked her that?
you know what? I never did. I just relocated me and my child, and I lived as a single person for like 8 years, and we just did, we did fun stuff
And then here
because
I come.
I felt like I didn't catch it with the first girl, you know what I'm saying, that had the kids. I didn't catch on. I was young. I was in my early 30s, and I didn't really catch on. And then as time went, Brittany was in middle school. Yeah, she was in middle school, and I realized what was actually really going on. That's when I had to put that to a halt, and I moved. So for this guy on here to say to this woman, you know, she don't want he don't want her to go visit them to go visit. But I'm like this, he ain't gotta go, she can go.
Right.
But then I don't know if I can be with him or her for somebody to tell me that we can't go visit or we can't go or they can't come over for the holidays. I still couldn't be with that person because that person just telling me in my face. You know what I'm saying? How does that work?
But I firmly believe that he been doing this the whole time. He didn't just pop up. He didn't pop up on this child 18th birthday and decide he ain't like kids. He
He was
always
it sounded like he was like waiting for.
he always been standoffish. He always been just whatever his role is in the house. I don't know if he was a money man. Cause the killer part is nowadays you'll have dudes living with women who ain't supporting the kids. Talk about they don't like kids. You ain't doing. I don't like you. Goodbye.
See,
A house. I don't
but
get it.
that's
Don't
just
be with.
like that's just like I'm gonna use Leilani for example. She talking to Vance, right?
Right.
And she been talking to Vance for like, let's say 8 years. Let's go 8 years. And her kids was 8 years younger. Now her kids the age they are
You're
now.
almost right, 9 years.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
oh,
Oh, I'm psychic almost. Hold up. Yeah. But I'm like, it's sad because what I'm saying is if Vance come to visit and then out of nowhere, hold on, I'm trying to get this back. Out of nowhere, he comes back, he come to visit you, and then he's telling you something like, well, when your kids leaving or going to college, like he's pressing it, you know. Wouldn't that give you some flags?
Yeah, if it was all of a sudden out the blue.
Right.
Cause why?
That's crazy. I just crazy. That's crazy. You got 5 kids between the ages of 32 and 18. And you gonna come at me with my child 18. And but you notice they didn't get no real dates. Like she didn't say we've been together 10 years or 5 years. She didn't say nothing like that. All she said was we got married when my kids were young. But see, saying we got married when my kids were young don't make no sense either because that, like I said, there's a 14-year age difference between the youngest and the oldest. So what you was doing in them 14 years? Is this one daddy or 5 daddies?
Right. But that's just
Is
like I
this a
said.
husband? Is
Look
this
at
an
it though.
ex-husband?
Just like I said, Vance come through. Thanks. Vance come over and then he start saying all of these things. How does that work? It's like, Leilani, you sitting up there and you mean tell me you
Thank
just
you.
gonna overlook what this man telling you?
I wouldn't. I'd
Because
be like, okay,
sometimes
let me go
it
ahead and
ain't even
drop you
about what he's
back
telling.
off
Can you
at the
pass real quick?
airport. Let me send you back home. You
Thanks.
go home,
Sometimes it
daddy.
ain't even about what he's telling. It's sometimes it's because you might be so in love with him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
I get the
Not
love
more than my
thing.
kids.
I get being in love with somebody. I get that. But at 5 kids deep, ain't no love. I love. Nah, I can love y'all I want to, but I get over what I look like. I got 5 kids. Now I gotta tell my kids we
Thanks.
can't come visit. I gotta tell my grandbabies I can't come see them. I gotta do all that because of some dude. Come on,
Yeah.
man. Come on, man. I had. Thank you, very much. I had 5. Hear what I'm saying. Let me say it. Let me say it this way. I birthed 5 children. I birthed 5 children. And I'm supposed to not be with my kids no more because all of a sudden you decided you wanted to be free man over the town. Boy, if you don't get out my house, if you don't get out my damn house.
For me, it's like I've been waiting for both of my kids to be old enough for
Yeah,
us to do certain kind of things. For them to suddenly be grown and now we can go on all kinds of different things and I ain't got kids to watch. They grown, they can go do their own thing at the same time. And you gonna tell me now we can't go together? Wait, what?
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can understand. Don't get me twisted. Don't get it twisted. Let me say this for anybody get it twisted. I am absolutely amazed that I am absolutely amazed and happy that Nick is 18. We don't need no babysitters. We still gotta ask him where he going because he ain't grown yet, but he grown, but he ain't grown. But still,
Right,
if we want to get up tomorrow and go somewhere and stay gone for weeks or months at a time, we can do that. We ain't
right.
gotta worry about Nick go to college, he gotta go on his own, he go to work on his own, make his own money. Long as you know what I'm saying? I am all for that. But if she get up and tell me, that's like me waking up one morning and saying, you know what, baby, you know what, I don't want to deal with Brittany Charles and Penelope no more. I think we should just go away. And then we you can see him when you see him. First of all, she don't pop me in my motherfucking eye when I say that out my mouth. Then clearly I've been with the wrong person. Because and I know that sounds crazy, but I when I was younger and I was dating guys, I wouldn't date a guy who would take me over their kids. If you'll come see me but won't go get your baby, even though I didn't have kids and I ain't want to be no stepmama, I wasn't looking to marry either. So I wasn't worried about that. But if you'll do for me and not your kid, then you ain't the person I want to be with. Cause I wasn't raised like that. Kids are kids. You take care of you take care of the babies first, cause all that other shit can be did when they sleeping. You take care of the babies in the first immediately,
Right.
and all that other stuff. Even with parents, I was a single parent. I had to get up when Nick came home from the hospital. When we spent the week in the hospital because I had a C-section, I had to get up with him. It's stressful. I had no problem with him going to stay with his auntie. His cousin would come get him and they would go off and spend the day and I would sleep and then come back and still be mama. So I'm cool with the whole the kids are out the nest thing. But you're not about to sit here and tell me I can't go see my kids. What he said was, I don't want to go see the kids and I don't want them to come to our house. The kids or the grandkids. I want to travel and do what I want to do without the children, and I don't want to have nothing to do with them. Clearly, what he thought he was saying was that. What he said was, I want to break up with you.
Yep.
That's what he said. He thought he was saying, I don't want to be a parent no more. I don't want to be a step parent no more. But what he was really saying was, me and you about to break up.
Yep.
That's what he said. I want to be free, do what I want to do. I wish I might. The hell? Sorry, you better go somewhere and sit
So you
down.
said, now that the kids are gone, I'm leaving. Oh, okay.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what to say to that.
Nelly said, it is sad how you going to separate your family members. I just experienced that a couple of years ago with my son's girlfriend family. It hurts when the other side excluded you or ignore you.
Yeah, I don't
I,
like that. My
I would
family has
hope,
always been very inclusive.
I would hope that when Nick does start dating, become serious with somebody, that he makes good decisions. But the reality is, not all of us make the good decisions in dating. We don't. My wife, not me, hell, not Leilani. All of us have looked back at somebody we done slept with and went, ooh, I sure hate myself right now. All of us have made mistakes in dating. But if you can't be, if I, what I look like, first of all, having kids, because you said, you talked about I ain't gonna say her name, but you know what I'm talking about with the kids. She didn't want to be around the kids either.
Basically, she wanted
Uh-uh.
to work. This how it went. You know how some people praise their kid and think their kids all that and this and that, but you not doing stuff with them. You know what I'm saying?
They the kind of person be like, my child would never do that.
Period.
Well, that's stupid because, and yeah, that's stupid because everybody is capable of anything.
Mm.
Amazingly awesome people are capable of evil, despicable acts. Evil, despicable people are capable of awesome, amazing, altruistic acts. Everybody is capable of everything. And if you got your kids thinking that every little thing they do, including the bad stuff, including the stupid stuff, is great, then you're doing them a disservice. You're not helping your kids by letting your kids think that they can do whatever they want to do because as soon as life hit, as soon as reality hit, and they not ready for it, you can't go back and fix that. It's hard to unlearn the shit your parents teach you. That's why so many kids will tell you that their first bullies were their parents. That's why a lot of kids, especially our age, will tell you that the first bully they ever had was not a stranger in school, but their mama or dad.
Yep.
Nelly said, I spoke with my son on my side of the family. and how disrespectful that was, how her girlfriend family ignored us. That's when I drew the line. Wasn't going to any family occasion anymore. I wasn't raised that way. But it was both families.
Mm. In this case, when your kids start doing stuff, especially when they're adults, and they start doing stuff that the first thing we say, I didn't raise you like that.
Hmm.
Well, sometimes it's not about how you raise your kids. Sometimes it's just about who your kids are. At the end of the day, regardless of how much it kills me and how much I hate it and how much it goes against everything I love, I gotta let Nick stand and fall where he may. And it kills me. Cause if somebody be fussing at my baby, even if they right, I wanna take up for him.
Hmm.
Anyway, like, but it's I mean, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell you straight up, this we do this when we talk. They I am not I am the more school disciplinarian as far as I know that you can do it. Don't mess that up. That's the only thing. If I had to give a regret, it would be that I didn't finish school when I was young.
Hmm.
Me trying to do it as an adult, I hated school when I was young. I doubly hate it now. So the only thing I regret doing is not finishing college when I was a youngster. So I'm on that as far as he's concerned. I let him go his way because him trying to relive my life or him trying to live my goals and my dreams is stupid. So I want him to do and live whatever he wants to, but I have to give him the knowledge that I have from what I didn't do. So I'm that disciplinarian. She's a disciplinarian for everything else. And 99% of the time she right. And however, when she right, I still feel the need in my chest to start cussing and fussing because that's my baby. It is. I mean, I was this stupid. That's my baby. It don't matter who do it. I don't give his great great grandmama from the grave and Jesus come over here and try to tell him what to do, and my face gonna be balled up over here in the corner. It is what it is. I'm just telling you. So I told her now. I said when they got to go through something, because and again, her and I were raised differently. So what she was raised to be different was we were raised differently. What she was punished for, I wasn't. And the reality is how we discipline our kids is how we were disciplined. What we look at as bad or wrong is what was looked at as bad or wrong when we were growing up. Now we adjust for the times and things like that, but her and I, she was raised in a different household than I was raised in. So what she looks at and goes, she got to get in it for. I look at it like I wasn't that. My mama didn't say nothing to me about it. So I don't say nothing to him. So I've told her, I said, tell you what, because most of the time she's right. I said, well, y'all got to have that child go off and don't do it in front of me because it's not, because I can't help it. Even if I think she's right, it's a thing in a parent. When you hear somebody talking to your kid, it don't matter if it's, I don't care who it is. It could be my mama, and my chest will still be like, "You want to fight?" So to avoid that, I told her to just y'all go talk about it over there, cause and and I'm fine. But that's a parent thing. You see what I'm saying? And y'all know how much I love my wife. So if I would do that, I have to separate myself so that I won't act like Mama Bear when somebody's trying to help my son. You thinking she came here talking about I can't go see him and see my grandbabies? Nigga,
That's
boy,
crazy.
I'm about to shoot you. I'm
That's
about to shoot you in
crazy.
your pinky toe like all night. You better come to me with a pinky toe blown off. And you're going to be like, who shot you? My wife shot me when I told her she couldn't see the kids. And then they're going to laugh at you because you ain't got no pinky toe. And then you're going to try to come in the house and I'm going to be to change the locks on the door. That what you would.
That's just crazy though for him to say that, and at the age, that was ridiculous.
It definitely has to be something. He was like that the whole time. She was allowing
Mhm.
him to not like her kids, and she was still with him. And now that they're adults, because now they're not even kids. That's the thing.
Right.
He's grown folks now,
Right.
and he still don't want to be
'Cause
bothered with the grown people.
But you know what's crazy? Like I said, I caught it in the end, like towards after 3 years went past. Sometimes you don't see it. Because how they say love is blind, even though you got kids, you're not seeing it. But then eventually I caught on eventually.
I see what you're saying. You do. What's the word I'm trying to say? You do overlook a lot of stuff. You do make excuses for the people you love because shit, you love them. The same reason, like I said, I want to fight when somebody disciplined me. It ain't got nothing to do with rational. It don't make no sense. I know
You
his
gonna
ass
fight
bad.
yourself.
Shit, I know he's bad. What you saying?
You gonna fight yourself.
I didn't say I was gonna fight you. I said I wanted to. But what I'm saying, it's not rational. I understand that, but she had 5 kids.
Yeah.
There was no way he hid that for 5 kids. Cause one child, Penelope, can't even walk. And she run the house. So you tell me if with 5 kids she wasn't paying attention to how he was acting around them kids? Nah. And I'm gonna tell you something. I blame her more than I blame him. I blame her in this situation. And I'm gonna tell you why. When you get into a relationship with somebody and you're a mother or a father, since she's the parent to these children, because it could go for a man too. If you get into a relationship with somebody and you're not 100% certain that this person is 100% down for your kids, whatever goes on in that relationship, when it pertains to this person that you bring into your kid's life, is 100% on you.
Yep.
That's 100% on her.
Nelly said sometimes that's the way it goes when our sons take their girlfriend's side, no matter how we raise them. Again, I'm just saying respectfully, I went above and beyond with keeping my distance. This wasn't happening on their end. Easy said and done, believe me.
Well, I mean, it got hurt. You know what I'm saying? As a parent, to see your kid do what you know you didn't raise them to
You didn't
be.
raise them that way. Yeah, but you know what? It's just like prime example. I can't I'm not gonna say no names, but prime example.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry.
I don't understand if you know a person ain't been raised a certain way, and then as you adults now, it's like they just not that same person you've known all your life. Let's say that.
But think about it, baby. Now think about it. Now you say that's not the person you known all your life, but if you were to sit back and think about this person as a young person
Mhm.
and apply the knowledge that you have now to this young person, you will see that yeah, they always been that person. It's just that now the situations are different because what you did when you were 8, 9 is different when you did when you were 14, 15 is different when you did when you 21 and 22 is different. Then all those situations are different. But the person who's there has always been there. At the end of the day, you can only teach your children so much. The rest of it is who they are and who they were going to be regardless. The rest of it is who.
Well, hold up.
I got no problem saying that my mother and my uncle were raised in a 2-parent household, 24/7 parenting.
Mhm.
Both of them worked. Both of them took care of their kids. Both of them made sure they had a house to live in, a roof over their head, and any and everything they wanted. Black couple in the 40s and the 50s in the South, owning 2 cars, own home, land, everything, wanted for nothing.
What's up,
And
Miss?
they both and they both kind of came out like they was raised by the streets.
Yeah, yeah. But then when you know this person And you know they was never like that until this other person came in their life. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what she's saying about her son. Think about it. How you just gonna stop speaking to your real your peeps?
Which one? Which one? Well, because
It's just crazy. But like
Hey, Miss TV, I sweet. Hey,
but that's
Pauline.
hey, what's up, Pauline? What's up, Miss T Velocity? I always Miss T. But
oh
it's
yeah, I got my glass on. Hey yeah.
but it's just crazy. If you've been in a situation, I mean, you can get on a panel. We just talking about this couple, the people that just came in. I'm gonna just break it down real short. Um, this couple been married all these years from the kids being young. Husband, that's his stepkids. All five of them stepkids. That's his wife kids. And as they get older, the youngest is about to go to college. So now we at this point where he doesn't want them to come visit. He don't want her to go visit. They all live over the states everywhere. You know, do you leave or do you stay? That's the question. Do you leave or do you stay?
Immediately.
Some people say, like Lisa, they leave immediately, but then you got some people, they so in love. Love is blind. So they not thinking, let me just get out of this person really don't care too much about me seeing my own family, especially the ones that I birth, really. So
Some people is not me, y'all, because I say bye.
you say bye. I know that's right. I know that's right. But like I said, I was blind for a minute, but I caught on eventually. But I was young, so I wasn't even thinking. You so much worrying about, making sure this person happy, making sure my kid happy, not even focusing on what is this person doing as far as my kid. You don't you don't see that. When Lisa came in my life, I saw her and Nick as okay. We gonna ready to do some kid stuff. I'm a kid at heart, so I'm like, they came at the time when it was Halloween. So I was like, let's go to the pumpkin farm. We went on a pumpkin farm. We went on a hayride. We came back with some pumpkins. We had fun. And I didn't make it just that one time. I made it that we was always doing something. Because you don't want to ever be in a relationship with people with kids and it's just about y'all. And that's what happened with me when my daughter was in middle school. I caught on when she said, I don't like kids.
She took him the first Halloween we was together. She took him to the rich part of town. We was eating candy till like New Year's.
That's over there with Donald Trump. Donald Trump golf
I
course.
forgot he got a golf course over here.
That's where them rich people live at. I took him all the way over there, and we was running the streets, knees hurting like hell. Come on, Nick, let's go get some
I was
candy.
driving the car and they was walking.
So I don't understand how people get in relationship. If you know the person had kids and you don't like kids, or you don't want to be bothered with the person kid, I can see if the kid was very disrespectful to you, then you gotta fix that. And if the mama ain't trying to fix it, then you must leave. but
Immediately.
but I don't understand. Now I want to know if this lady gonna stay with this man or she just gonna run. She talking about she gonna be a what she say? Hold on, let me find that letter. She talking about she gonna be alone now. Something she
She
said.
said she got to be alone. Is she asked the question, is she going to be alone in her golden years? Um, who cares?
No, because there's other men in the world, child. Let him go and get the
Or,
next dude.
or shut up because you've been there this whole time. Shut
Mhm.
up.
I'm sure he had to show some signs though.
Yeah, this didn't happen. This didn't just happen. This wasn't just all of a sudden I woke up and I decided that fuck them kids. No, it's been the whole time. You
To me,
brought
it sounds like he's one of them people who don't want to share with anybody. Like you don't like what was that you said earlier? I'm your friend. I'm your only friend. You don't need no other friends.
right.
I think
I'm your only friend. I don't need no other friend. Yeah, no, get out my look here. And again. I don't blame him because I'm sure he was this way when she met him. I'm sure she thought she could change him. I'm sure she thought being in a relationship with me and these kids, he will see how much he loved my kids and how much he loved me, and he gonna love these kids because he loved me. I'm sure she made it so that it was a comfortable environment for him. That's why he felt comfortable enough to tell her what he said. I blame her 100% because you ain't got to like kids. Like I said, I for 37 years, I started dating when I was what 17. So for 20 years, I ain't had no kids in my dating life. 20 years. And I didn't want to date nobody with kids because I was too busy not having none. So when I dated somebody and they said they had kids, I'm like,
Can't hear you, DC.
she said she couldn't hear you, baby. You touch something?
My bad. My bad. I did. Miss T say some people are jealous of your kids in your relationship, which I saw that. I did see that because Brittany talk about it now because she say, "Ma, she would never. She said she was gonna do this with me. She was gonna take me get my nails done, but she never took me."
Mm.
And
Yeah.
that was just a front. That's just crazy.
And that right there, that's definitely with my papa's girlfriend. She's always been jealous. She's still jealous. That's why
What
I
you
can't cook for Papa very often. Because if I cook him something, he gonna tell Papa can't hold water. That's his issue. He can't hold water. So if I take some food over there, she finna come bring a whole bunch of instant stuff she done whipped together. And now he got too much food in the refrigerator. So he's like, oh, don't bring nothing else. I got so much soup over here.
So you mean tell me at the age you are right now, this is going on?
Mm.
That's crazy. Miss T said it happened to me.
Not the age I am, at the age they are. Because Papa 94 and she's 89. Because
See,
we've been
that's
here
kind of
9 years, like I
crazy.
said.
First of all, at 8 or 9, I'd be happy y'all cooking. Shit, I wish I would. I wish I would. I got big grown folks can cook. Cook for me. Oh,
No,
That's
she
crazy.
want to feel like she the one feed. She gonna feed him.
girl, she ain't doing nothing. Hush. You opening a
He
can of soup,
can't cook.
Susan. You opening a can of soup, Susan. Just go sit down, please.
That's crazy.
But no,
So
I,
she
I,
jealous of you. Sound
I
like she's
blame the
jealous.
mamas.
She anybody who's gonna do anything for Papa, me, Uncle Rodney, the kids.
She must think she gonna get some. I ain't trying to be
No,
funny.
she
And I
no,
know
she
that
knows
sound
she's
bad. I
not.
hope she
No,
know.
she's not. It's just that's her.
Her
Like
personality.
I said, her family they did not do things together. She was always alone. So the only person she had was her husband until he died. And then when he died, she was all alone till she found Papa.
How long
Oh,
they been together?
Shaylin is gonna be 13, so about 12 years.
that's a long time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, about 12 years.
Uh-uh. I mean, they would that see now that's some golden years. That stuff that lady talking about, she got an 18-year-old and they probably our age talking about some damn golden years. You better go find you a man and
Yeah.
you better go find you a man and her talking. Stop all that talking. And the question here is either you're going to keep putting your kid second or you gonna let him go be where he wanna be at.
But she said her oldest kid is 32.
And her youngest is 18.
So
So
she
they're
gotta be,
probably our age.
yeah, they gotta be in their 50s. She got
Yeah. So them ain't no damn golden years. That's middle age. You better go somewhere and find you somebody. You better get on goldenera.com and find you somebody and get the hell on. You're talking about what I'm supposed to do. Look here, you better go put your little granny dress on, go to the club, or go to Walmart. Find somebody. Shut up. I don't care. I blame her. I don't feel sorry for her. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm sure I should. I don't because you should have never had this. This man showed you who he was a long time ago, and you thought you could fix it. You can't make nobody want your kids. Not five. I don't know if even with my one nick, I would date somebody with five children.
But listen, she said, all right, I'm just reading it again. So if her oldest kid is 32 and her youngest is 18, and she said her husband, her current husband, been there since her children were young.
What's young to her? Because, like I said, it's a 14-year age difference between her oldest and her youngest.
Right.
So if her children were young, and she said none of these are his kids, was she pregnant with the 18-year-old when they got together? Was the 18-year-old a baby when they got together?
Right.
Because that means she would have had some teenagers, some old folks. She would have had some damn near grown folks when they got together.
But she's saying they were young.
I'm feeling like she telling this story so that she can sound good, but she don't sound good in no way because you ain't been with nobody for all your kids to be grown, and then this man just decide he don't want to be a stepdad. He ain't never wanted to be a stepdad, and you allowed him not to be a stepdad, and now you want to come to us for advice. So I'm gonna give you the advice that I give everybody in situations like this. Shut up. Either shut up. Shut up and stay because you didn't want no advice. You thought you wanted people to pet you and make you feel better because you ain't going nowhere, because you ain't went nowhere. He didn't just get like this. He was always trying to find something to do on the nights the kid had plays or programs or sporting events, or he always had somewhere else to be. Or shut up and go. Just shut up. What you arguing? I'm not about to argue with nobody. If I'm gonna be sad, if me and you break up, I'm not arguing with you. I'm gonna go over here and be sad. I'm gonna do whatever sadness I need to do. I'm gonna sit on the couch, eat ice cream. I'm gonna cry, play sad songs,
What
want to
kind of
cuss
ice cream?
somebody out,
What
fight
kind of ice
somebody.
cream?
Huh?
What kind of ice cream you gonna eat?
Shut up. I'm not gonna argue with you because it's not gonna help. It's not gonna help. What could he possibly tell her? Now, maybe somebody can help me because maybe I'm just on certain things. I have certain things they're just I don't care. So, but maybe if somebody could tell me something that made sense, I would adjust my thought process. Son, what could he possibly say to this woman with these five kids that would make what he said make sense?
So hold up. This part he said, hold on, he said, don't worry about the kids anymore. Who tells you don't worry about the kids no more?
No, no, somebody. You hear what I said? I would like for somebody to tell me what he could possibly say to make what he said make sense. What could he possibly tell her
Nothing.
to make we not gonna see the kids no more? They not gonna come here. We not gonna go there. We
Nothing.
not even gonna see the grandkids. We gonna go travel and do what we want to do, and the kids grown so they can take care of themselves. What could he say to her when she says, "Huh? What the hell could he say that would make that make sense?"
He can say, I'm gonna take this drill right here and I'm gonna put a hole right here in your temple, and you ain't gonna even care no more.
That's some serial killer shit. But
He gonna give
that's
her
some
lobotomy and
that's some Jeffrey Dahmer. That's some Jeffrey Dahmer. Put
she
you in the
gonna feed
freezer
all
type
them
shit.
kids once he give her that good lobotomy.
But I'm just asking because see, it sounds like here's the thing: kids don't have to be here. Kids don't have to be here.
Miss T
Either
said
we,
this is a great topic because blended families are tough at times.
they are because they are. When you come into, I get it.
Have a good one, Miss T.
This is a blended family right here. You come into a relationship and one or both of y'all has kids. You don't know. It's hard to figure out where to step because when you come into a relationship where kids are involved, the relationship can be a field of landmines because you never know what's going to set the person off or Should I discipline? Should I fuss? Should I cuss? I know I like to cuss somebody out and I cuss out a kid, but I don't want to cuss her kid out. So I got to sit over here and not say nothing. Or you see what I'm saying? It's a landmine. But what you do is you realize that the person that you're with, DC is not a single person. It's a package. She was a package. It's like when you go in and you get the when you go get the chapstick and they got different flavors, you can't open the pack and just take the flavor out you want and throw away the flavor you don't want. It's like Carmex. Carmex got this package that has strawberry, cherry, wintergreen, and just plain Carmex in it. I don't like the wintergreen. I don't want my lips to smell like candy. The old lady purse candy. I don't want that. But I can't. But I like the other flavors. So I don't open the package. I take the whole package because I know they all come together. And every now and again, I do put the wintergreen on. That's the only one I can find. It's a package. If I just wanted a single thing of Carmex, I could have got that, but I didn't. I wanted the whole package. So that's what I got. It's like 2 or 3 wintergreens floating around in my drawer right now. I don't throw them away. I don't be ugly to them. I don't use them all the time, but they there if I want to use them. I use the rest of them because it's a package deal, and I know I got to deal with the whole package, not just one flavor. That's the same way when you come into a thing with kids. If you don't want a man or a woman that has kids, don't date them. I don't give a shit how they look. I don't care how much money they got. Don't mess up somebody's kids because you want some coochie or some ding dang. Don't mess up somebody's relationship with their kids because you think you're more important than their kids. Go find somebody like you who ain't got kids. It's a bunch of people out there. It's a bunch of women. People think all the women in the world got children. They don't. It's a bunch of women out there that don't have kids. Hell, much of them don't want kids.
Right?
Go date one of them. Go marry one of them. Because guess what? You ain't got to worry about whether or not this bitch got to go buy diapers. Because she don't unless you need some diapers. Don't date a woman that got kids if you ain't ready to be stepdad. If you ain't ready to go play, shoot the hoops, or catch the baseball, or throw the football, or play tea parties and princess time. If you ain't ready to go to father-daughter dances and the father-son donuts in the morning at school, don't date a woman with kids. Ladies, if you're not ready to be stepmama, if you're not ready to go to the mall, to the nail shop, if you're not ready to be there for this little girl when she needs somebody to be there, don't date a man with a little girl. If you're not ready to go get orange slices and go stand in the side of a raggedy soccer game and you don't know the rules, but you're cheering anyway because that's your baby, don't date a man with kids. And if you find a man or a woman that will allow you to run over their kids, run because they will run over you. They do have somebody on the side, and you are a lumber in their roster. You are not the only one. Because if they run over their kids for you, what you think they're gonna do to you? It's her fault. It's 100% her fault because she brought the kids into this situation. Them kids didn't go out there and find her no man.
And the crazy part is you don't have to worry about your kids anymore because they all grown. So was you worried about them when they were young? You know what I'm saying? Did that make sense?
I went home to my mama when I was 37, 38, 39. And when she needed somebody to come get her, I went and got her. I ain't have to leave home. I ain't have to go nowhere. I wanted to, but I ain't have to go.
But why? Hold up. But then the lady, she gonna say, I'm just reading, y'all. She gonna say, "Am I supposed to be not involved in my kid's life?" Why would you question that?
Because she wanted a man more than she. Let me tell you something. We sit up here and think that because somebody has a baby or somebody father a child that they are parents. That is immediately what you think when you see a mama with a kid or a daddy with a kid that they are parents. But the reality is, a lot of folks walking around here now just got caught up in the mix, got caught up in the sex, and a baby appeared. Because trust me when I tell you, sex makes babies. Love don't make babies. Commitment don't make babies. Marriage don't make babies. The only thing make babies is doing the nasty. And a lot of nasty gets done without thinking about the consequences of the nasty. So it's a lot of people walking around here that are not parents. They just had some kids. It's a lot of women that let men into their lives that should never be around their children. All you got to do is watch Steve Wilkos for 1 week. Just 1 week.
Leilani,
Huh?
you did the nasty.
You stupid. But yeah.
No, my name Mary.
Ooh, virgin. Ooh, you about to be on fire, girl. Baby. You over there in Tornado Alley. You about to have all the plagues of Egypt hit your forehead. Didn't that?
Oh,
You
damn.
got men right now want a woman, but she don't. Oh, you going to get your kids? Why you going to get your kids? Why you buying your kids shoes? Why you didn't buy me those shoes? Why you got to take money over there to your baby mama house for your child? Bitch, if you don't shut the hell up before I punch you in your face.
All right, so let me ask you this. Okay, Leilani and Lisa.
No.
All right, same scenario. Same scenario with this story, with this letter right here.
Uh,
Same scenario. What if it's the both parents,
what you mean?
the mother and the father of the child, and the father saying those things?
If this nigga wake up in the morning and tell me some dumb shit like I don't want to see our kids no more because they grown. They not coming there. We not going here or whatever the hell. As a matter of fact, I don't want the grandkids over here.
I'm
As he's
telling God.
talking, as he's speaking, I'm getting up out of the bed and walking to the closet and pulling down the suitcase. And as he's making his pitch for why I won't see our kids no more because he don't want to, I am throwing his shit in every suitcase and box we got in the house. And I'm doing it while he's talking. And I'm answering him. Yeah. And I'm in the bathroom. His toiletries are going in the same box. His toothbrush is going into the same box that rag he washed his ass with is going in. Everything is gonna be sitting. And as I'm talking, and I'm gonna start whistling. And I don't even know how to whistle. No, I'm a hum. I can sing, so I'll probably just be singing a hum. And it ain't gonna be no church song. I'm gonna mess around and start singing some DMX. Out immediately. And while he is looking at me, because he done asked me about 4 times, what am I doing? You telling me you wanted to go, right? You telling me you was leaving me? So that's what I heard. So I'm packing your shit. I don't want you to have to wait around. You done waited around this long to leave me. I don't want you to have to stay in this house another second because I'm sure I just heard you say, we breaking up. I want a divorce. Goodbye, Lisa. That's what I heard you say. That's all I heard you say. Well, I will get the hell out. That's all I heard. And after a while, he just started sounding about Charlie Brown teacher. Wah, 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 wah.
And you, Leilani, what would you be doing?
Tell his ass bye, like I said. Okay, gone.
I be to call, and I ain't big on the phone like to call nobody, but I be to call somebody. Like, what you doing? This nigga done lost his mind. Right, right. Let me tell you what he said. Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you. You ready? You ready? He told me that I ain't got to deal with the kids no more. We can't see him no more because he don't want to. I'd have called his mama. Miss Ruth, yeah, your son needs somewhere to sleep. Yeah. Yeah.
Getting the data now.
What's wrong? Because what's wrong? He told me. This is what he told me, Miss Ruth. He told me, Miss Ruth Ann. She gotta have two names. He told me that I wasn't supposed to see the kids no more because they grown. They ain't going over when they ain't coming over here. I can't go over there. I can't see my grandkids. What I heard him say was, we broke up. He wanted to get a divorce. So he needs somewhere to sleep because he can't sleep him.
Shoot, but
And
you
I'm
say that
so
to his mama, she might be like, but I want my grandbabies over here too, so he can't come here.
well, Ruth Ann, looks like
You got a problem.
you know this looks like he about to be homeless. It's a good thing he got a good job.
Hey, Charles.
How she see you? Oh,
He said, "We're Mark Wyatt. That's his homie."
In there with Rayon.
Yeah, but I was just wondering how would if it was a married couple, or the biological mom and daddy versus an outsider.
Yeah,
clearly he
same
having a
thing.
psychotic break.
Let him go. All right, bye.
Clearly he need medications. He need a psychiatrist, somebody to talk to. He done lost his damn mind. Boy, if
Yeah,
you don't get out of my face,
He
I'm
just announced
serious,
he wanted
Lisa.
to be
Don't call
alone.
my name.
Okay.
Say what? You
Said
say?
he announced he wanted to be alone.
Yeah, what you thought? What I heard? Yeah, I wish.
He was tired of other humans. Okay, bye.
I ain't gonna lie. I am glad that the infant raising part of Nick is over. The child raising part of Nick is over. Because I did have him a little late. And I find that I am ever so slightly getting old. I realize why old people act the way they act. But I'm going to try not to act that way. Because everything irks me now. Because we were listening to, I don't know what that thing is that was on the TV today. Because, Penelope down here. And it was a kids. It's for kids.
Oh, you talking about Miss
What's her
Miss
name?
Ray?
Miss
Miss Ray?
Rachel? Yeah. Her, the way she talks, and I'm sure that's okay. I'm sure that's the way you're supposed to. But I mean, my age, I'm like, that was irking me the way she was talking. Well, no. I mean, I understand. No, I wasn't saying she was wrong. I was saying at 56. No, I don't know how I would have. I don't know how I would have felt at 37 when I had Nick. I probably still would have felt that way because of that sing song way she talks. It irks me because I didn't talk to Nick like that. I talked to him like a person. I didn't change. I changed the cadence of my voice. I didn't change my voice to sound like a kid. I just spoke like, because when you read a story to a child, you can read a People magazine story, and they'll think it's Snow White, depending upon how you read it. You know what I'm saying? I did like that, but I didn't kid it. But that's because again, I was old. Now, when I had my baby when I was y'all age or in my 20s, she might not have irked me. I'm 56.
I mean, I didn't baby
That
talk my
shit
kids
irked
either.
me.
I baby talk my dog, but I didn't baby talk my kids.
That shit, and you do it this way, and shut up. I wanted to shoot the fucking TV. I didn't get, and you do it, and girl,
See,
not
but
the my baby.
I remember me being a kid, and I remember like when they took me to the mall to get pictures taken. They took me to Orland Mills, whatever it's
Only
called,
meals, y'all.
Remember that?
and I was a baby. I was one, okay, but I have a memory, and what
uh,
I remember is the camera person baby talking me, trying to get me to smile. But instead of smiling, I'm staring at them like, why are they talking like that? Like I was staring at them like they was an idiot. And I'm like, why are they talking in that
And
way?
Miss Rachel was on all day. She left that shit on and didn't leave me the remote to the TV, y'all. And she went somewhere. And it was
You
loud
got
because it was
torture
on
her,
the
DC.
and it was on the because it was loud. It was on the 75 inch, so it wasn't just loud, it was big and loud. And all I heard was if you
You gonna get
shut
paid back,
up,
DC.
babe.
You just
I
keep
was sitting over here like this.
Penelope was gone. I was outside.
Go. Whoa. Yeah.
That's
Sure.
like when Rayon used to fall asleep. Y'all ever see that show
Oh.
Wabbits?
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, baby.
Y'all ever see that show Wabbits?
Uh-uh.
It was a cartoon that came out about 6, 7 years ago, and it was these weird rabbits, but they called them Wabbits with a W.
What the they kind of round, like the ears are round, they're rounded off and they got these big eyes.
Yeah,
I've seen them,
and
but
they were
I
real,
never.
real like the sound of it was like, and
See, I
they
will
would
see
go
what.
to sleep with that on. Mm-mm.
Oh, I will put my kids outside.
So
They grew up on Phineas and Ferb and stuff like that. The Disney era of "Bow chicka wow wow." That's what my baby said. Now, now, now. Yeah, but it was talking, and the kids were learning stuff. And I always talk to kids. We always, when my niece and nephew, we talked to them like they were people.
mm-hmm.
So they spoke like not like kids. And I don't know, maybe that wasn't the right way to go, but hell, we was old. So I couldn't speak to him like I was 25 because I was 37. So I wanted him to be able to speak. I wanted him to be eloquent, and because I'm gonna tell you something. If people listen to you speak and you sound ignorant, even if you're not, they're gonna think you are.
Yeah.
And especially a young black man coming up in the South, because at the time we were in Alabama. I wanted to give him as less stumbling blocks as I could give him.
Yeah.
So it wasn't to make him super smart or anything like that. It was because when you are born, and it should be that way, with a perceived deficit, because they're going to look at a black man and go, oh, he's this, and the third, without giving him a chance to show you who he is. You want to give them as many advantages as possible. A young black woman as well, because you want them to act a certain way, not because you want them to act white or act this way, but because people perceive them a certain way. And I like the fact that, he don't fit a mold. But Miss Pauline, or what the hell her name? What's her name? Miss Abby? Miss what's her name? Rachel. Miss Rachel? Miss Rachel. Yeah, she gonna get it. She let me on TV tomorrow.
That's Penelope's show. She love Miss Rachel.
She don't. She likes the colors in the thing. What she's doing is for an older child. We got to get her to where Miss Rachel makes sense. Because right now, Miss Rachel just doing stuff in that.
But you want to know what's what's funny? By me living in DC and moving to Virginia like 2 years ago, when we first moved to Virginia, I said, Brittany, why do everybody sing the talk?
I don't know.
They sing instead of just talking, they sing.
Well, you got to understand. I mean, I
My,
don't know.
my friends go to the house and they'd be like, how you doing? I'm like, what the hell? It was always a singing.
See, you got to understand. Virginia is the South. DC, however, is not. DC and Maryland are not. So
They sing the talk.
it's a draw. It's called a Southern drawl
I mean,
for a
that
reason.
honestly, I like that. Just sounds normal to me, DC. I'm not seeing what you talk about because
Because that's a
that's
Southern drawl. When you have that, when you make the words feel long and everything is very relaxed, and the way they speak, it's
We
hello.
go to the store.
Yeah, it's a drawl. But that's different than Texas than a Southern twang. That's different than a country accent. People think that because you're from the South, everything is a Southern drawl. It's not. That's Alabama, Georgia, and parts of Mississippi is the drawl. The twang is New Orleans and Louisiana, Mississippi got their own. I don't know what the hell that is. It's a mixture of so many languages and cultures between Louisiana and Mississippi. The speech pattern is its own thing.
don't know.
It's its own series. It's its own thing. Yes, you don't even do it sometimes.
What's that?
It's the mixture of French and African and Southern, and it makes that Creole language and that say what you say, baby. That's
Yeah,
still that it's still you can hear it there because
Baby,
baby,
yeah.
yeah.
baby.
So and then you get to Texas and you got that down there, and you got that nasal, you know that.
Yo.
For white people.
Everybody, but that long drawn out Virginia, Alabama, Georgia, even Kentucky and Tennessee, that whole area right there, the Bible Belt has a long way of talking. And people think it's ignorant because no, it's just they make one word last for like 13 minutes. I don't know why. I don't know. And when you're from the South and you don't want people to look at you like you just stupid because you from the South, you learn to clip it off. Because I learned to clip it off. Now, every now and again, when I feel like talking shit, I hit that Southern drawl because you got to drop your voice down low and you got to make all the words sound like they rubbed in butter and syrup. I just cussed you out and you ain't know it.
But you sound like you trying to be sexual, like you
But
know.
that's not sexual. That's the case. You got some grandmamas that'll turn you out down there.
See, that
Oh,
was-
yeah, you want to. Oh, I got in
oh damn.
there. But yeah, it's a Southern thing. But Virginia's the South.
Yeah, when I moved down here, I was like, what the world?
I don't think it wants to be the South, but it is the South.
They all singing that. All her friends were singing. So I said, Brittany, why they singing and talking?
And there is a difference between African American, white Americans, Spanish Americans. And there's also a difference in the way they talk. Even it's a difference between Southern drawl from white people and Southern drawl from black people. It's just different. It's not bad or it's not bad or good. It's just different.
Paulina screaming, laughing at you.
What?
Laughing at you out
What
loud.
I do?
You always doing something.
I do, but that's not the point.
You always doing something.
Because okay, because we got off topic,
I know.
but that's what we do. At the end of the day, she's at fault. Either she gonna stay or go. I thank her for writing this question so that we'd have something to talk about. But you should have been left.
Yep.
If you needed help with your 5 kids, I get that because shit, I needed help with one, so I can imagine her needing help with 5. But you still should have brought somebody into your life that was gonna love your kids and take care of your kids forever, like you supposed to do. So that whole situation is her fault.
You gotta get up off.
So either she gonna shut up and stay, or she gonna shut up and go. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Your kids are yours. But if you bring somebody into your life, make sure you bring somebody into your life that looks at them as yours, as theirs as well. Brittany is mine. I didn't have her. Thank you for having my other child. I appreciate it. But that's mine. That's gonna be mine till I die. When I come back, I'm still gonna find somebody that look like her. And that's how it's supposed to be. Don't get with nobody that got kids if you don't want to be a parent. That's just it. That don't make you a bad person. That just makes you a good person when you recognize the fact that you shouldn't do this to somebody's kids because kids don't deserve that. Not kids, and not grown kids. So I would like to thank Leilani, our co-hostess with the mostest, for coming up on the panel and hanging out with us. I would like to thank the writer, but still it's her fault.
Right?
It's still her fault. And at the end of the day, stay or go. But you should have been gone if he was like this the whole time. That's my opinion. I don't think I could do that to my babies. But that's, like I said, me. So comment down below what y'all think. Have y'all been in that situation? Have y'all been the kid in that situation? Because it's a lot of grown-ups now that were the kids in situations like that. Let us know what you think. Make sure y'all hit that like button. If you haven't already hit that like button, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Share this video because y'all know, I bet everybody knows somebody going through this in some kind of way. What else I got? Subscribe if you have not subscribed to us. If you like this video, if you like what we're talking about, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that every time we drop a video or go live, you guys can join us. I want to thank Leilani. I want to thank everybody who came through the chat today. I want to thank everybody who watches this in the replay. This is your girl, Lisa.
Niecy Kool-Aid and Leilani.
Is she gone? Oh. And we out.
Yeah.
Night, y'all. Chicka wow wow. Mm-hmm.